What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Movie Raised. Netflix's Never Have I Ever premiered on Netflix in late April 2020 and instantly became one of the most famous shows on the streaming network. The comedy comes from co-creators Mindy, Kaling, and Lang Fisher, and the story features a first-generation Indian-American girl growing up in Southern California. 18-year-old Maitreyi Ramakrishnan plays our heroine Devi Vishwakumar, and the great news is that the show was renewed for another season. From new faces that will appear in the show to some amazing fan theories, keep watching to find out everything about Season 2 of Never Have I Ever. The story.
You are naturally snatched, but you dress like a helpful Honda guy. Eleanor, could you chill out on your spontaneous show tune singing?
The show is starring Maitreyi Ramakrishnan as Devi, a sophomore who had a terrible first year of high school and who's trying to forget about it and continue her life the best way she can. Once you start the show, you simply can't stop, and we believe every person who started it binge-watched it as fast as they could. There is so much fun in the show, and Devi practically makes the show successful. She's a charming protagonist, a perfect blend of funny, essentially good, and a very caring person. The thing is, she wants a boyfriend, and she wants her arm hair to thin out. She knows it's an Indian thing, but it's just too much. She wants to get invited to one of those parties where drugs and alcohol can be seen, and this is only for her to coolly decline. She wants to go to Princeton. She has charming, kind friends, Ramona Young as Eleanor and Lee Rodriguez as Fabiola, who are as great as she is. Eventually, the story gets its plot twist with the needs of these friends. Her mother, played by the wonderful Purna Jagannathan, is a supportive figure, but they don't have the perfect connection since there are always misunderstandings and disagreements. Never Have I Ever Season 2.
You shouldn't wear so much makeup.
Netflix has renewed Never Have I Ever for a second season, to premiere in 2021. The cast stated the news on a scripted Zoom call, which was shared with the show's social media accounts. Kaling posted the video on Instagram, writing, "It's official, people, at Never Have I Ever Season 2 is happening." He also said that he felt lucky to be able to do a show about an Indian nerd who's also badly behaved, to show that because he's deeply familiar with it. Bella Bajaria, Netflix Vice President of Local Language Originals, also wanted to see Indian characters who are not all like Princess Jasmine, Kaling told Newsweek in 2020. The cast.
It's gonna be our year. You can feel it. But we're not cool. Would a not cool person wear one dangly earring?
The series confirmed that they continued filming on November 23rd via social media video. It was also announced that a new cast member would be joining the second season as a student. The cast of Never Have I Ever worked hard, and they introduced their newest co-star, Megan Suri. She plays a new student at Sherman Oaks High, whose confidence and radiance will pose an immediate threat to Devi. This was stated in a tweet by the official account of the show. Megan Suri has previously appeared in other Netflix shows, including Atypical and 13 Reasons Why. The cast also welcomed another star, the American Vandals' Tyler Alvarez. He also joins Never Have I Ever in a reoccurring role as Malcolm, a teen actor who comes back to school after being cast in a Disney Channel show. The show represents Alvarez's character as a young Hollywood type who went to elementary school with Devi and her friends but left when he was cast in a Disney Channel show. He's recently returned to Sherman Oaks High whilst continuing his acting career. And in 2020, it was announced that 2 other actors will appear in Season 2 of Never Have I Ever. Utkarsh Ambudkar, the Mindy Project, Brittany Runs a Marathon, will play Mr. Kulkarni, who was portrayed as the coolest teacher on staff at Sherman Oaks High by Deadline. Kulkarni teaches English and reportedly forges a bond with Devi. PJ Byrne, The Boys, The Wolf of Wall Street, will also join the second season. He'll play Evan, head of research assistant of Kamala's Caltech program. Our favorites. Of course, Maitreyi Ramakrishnan will reprise her leading role as Devi Vishwakumar, with other returning cast members including Purna Jagannathan as Nalini, Richa Morjani as Kamala, Jaren Lewison as Ben, Darren Barnett as Paxton, Lee Rodriguez as Fabiola, and Ramona Young as Eleanor. Senthil Ramamurthy will also return. The creator of the show chatted with Elle.com interview, and he said that one of the things that people were responding to in the first season was that Devi is a really flawed character, but she's relatable because she's been through a lot of stuff, like losing a parent at a young age. He also said that she has a great character, as she wants to try new things. So will they end up moving to India or not? Devi and her anger issues.
What? So Devi's having what? No. I didn't have sex. I was lying. I lied to everyone, okay?
Will the anger issues struggle continue in season 2? Devi Vishwakumar is fierce. She was furious in the first season as she threw her geometry textbook through her closed bedroom window. Kaling also talked about Devi's journey to finding herself in the second season, telling Elle that Devi is now at the stage of figuring it out, because that's her issue. She has this really bad mood. And she's now figuring if she can actually have a boyfriend and if she can be a good friend to her girlfriends, Kaling said. We also need to mention that the show struggled quite a bit because of the coronavirus pandemic. It had many delays, and we're really happy that the creators eventually found a way to film the second season. Ramakrishnan and Devi's future.
Kamala, this lemonade's too sour.
Then don't drink it.
Jeez, sorry.
When it comes to the show's lead role, she has certain ideas of what her character should do in the upcoming season. In an interview with Variety, the star said that her character needs to focus on 3 main things: understanding that she needs to be more appreciative of her family and her friends because her friends do a lot for her. Her friends really are her closest ones. And knowing where her mother is coming from. She also said that this is something that they will be able to have a lot of fans relate to, knowing where our parents are coming from, and this is why the show is successful. It reaches out to the audience using some great topics that are rarely used in other shows. Ramakrishnan also mentioned the whole anger issue situation, as she said the idea of approaching that grief, confronting it, having that battle, even though it's something uncomfortable to think about, but actually just running toward it and facing it, dealing with it head on. And then she talked about embracing her culture, because that is so necessary in a world where identity is everything. It's how you define yourself. In her own words, it's how you show yourself to the world and how everybody will view you, but also how you accept yourself. The first season ended with Devi eventually understanding that she has been a terrible friend, and we can't wait to see if this situation will change in the next season. What decisions will she make? We'll find out soon. Paxton and Devi. Most of the episodes of the first season are about Devi's relationship with her crush, Paxton Hall Yoshida, the hottest guy in school to whom she wants to lose her virginity. Paxton, Darren Barnett, is one complex character. Signs of affection appear between them, but things get messed up when he discovers Devi has been lying about them sleeping together. I guess the lie sounded better than my real life, she said. And we all remember when his sister, Rebecca, called him a shallow douche for his behavior toward Devi in the final episode. Paxton then turns up at Casa Vishwakumar. But the family are at the beach to scatter patriarch Mohan's ashes, and later, Paxton leaves Devi a voicemail at the very moment she's busy making out with Ben in his car. Relationship status? Very complicated. Now, is Paxton really into Devi? Is he ready for a relationship? But more importantly, is Devi still into him? Who knows? Devi and her mother.
Devi, that textbook has been blessed. If it touches the ground, I have to take it back to the priest. I don't have the time to go to Rancho Cucamonga today.
Devi and her mother, Nalini, have had a lot of struggles and an uncertain relationship for a long time, even fighting hours before Mohan's deadly heart attack. The problem for Devi is her mother's strict rules, and when it comes to Nalini, she hates Devi's compliance. A climax in the penultimate episode witnesses Devi tell her mother she wished that she was the parent who had died. At first, Devi refused to see her father's ashes scattered in the last episode, but she changed her mind and eventually got there. So there is the mother-daughter reunion. However, will they forgive each other? The question remains. We also need to mention that Mohan passed away not so long ago, but life goes on, and eventually Nalini would like to move on too, so there may be a new husband in the upcoming season? Maybe that kind of storyline would cause major plot twists? What do you guys think? Kamala and Prashant.
To work at the Caltech library tonight. Nalini auntie, of course, I'll stay here and take advantage of your top-notch Wi-Fi.
The beautiful Kamala, played by Richa Morjani, is expected to start an arranged marriage organized by her parents. The thing is, they have no idea she has a secret boyfriend, Steve, and she's not really fascinated with the idea of her arranged marriage. But Kamala changes her mind when she meets Prashant. She sees him, and you can practically feel the chemistry between the two. Prashant, Kamala's potential husband, is played by Rushi Kota, whose Grey's Anatomy fans will recognize as surgical intern Dr. Vikram Roy. Rushi has also had roles in 911, Famous in Love, and Extant. Should we expect marriage between these two in the second season? Let us know if you're excited for the second season of Never Have I Ever in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe to our channel so you never miss any of them. And as always, thanks for watching, guys.